It's a lot of fun. Everyone's enthused and excited. I feel like the team is really, really ready. I know we had a long spring, so really prepared, really looking forward to our first game. The essence of football, just loving guys doing their responsibility to the best of their ability. I feel like a lot of times last year we may have gotten away from that, so we're focusing really on trusting each other and just doing our jobs and doing it with maximum effort. Right, I mean, in close games, it's always 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 plays and a couple seconds, a couple millimeters that really decides the difference. So, I mean, similar response to the question before is, obviously the essence of football, everyone just really focusing on the responsibility, not trying to play outside of themselves and playing within themselves. And, as we do that, defense is such a team-based, unit-based thing. I feel like we'll respond a lot better.
Just excited to be back at it with everyone, and once we got that first day of pads going, it really livened up a lot. Everyone's really anxious to get back here and get back to work. I'm excited for the year, so it's been a great atmosphere so far. I mean, just to be the best us that we can be, and really just work towards our potential, or don't want to say potential, but our best ability, and just work towards just winning each battle every play. Really, is just being able to have the confidence out there to do what we're supposed to do. Just play with confidence, play within ourselves, step up when we're called upon, and just play St. Thomas football. We've been there before, so we know what it takes, and just put in the work to get there.
It feels great. It's a different camp than years prior. I think probably a little bit more locked in. Certainly real happy with the talent level and all the numbers. But for the most part, extremely locked in. I think the guys know what's expected of them at this point. It's probably the most mature first week we've ever had. Well, we had our fair share of success last year offensively, and we're not much into stats and numbers, but probably one of the most prolific offenses that this university's had. And like you said, a lot of those guys come back. 4 offensive linemen, a quarterback, both running backs, a backup running back. We got a lot of time, 2 wide receivers. So that, coupled with the fact that we had some great springs, the extended spring that we had this year, I think really allowed us to kind of hit the ground running. It's a very, very accelerated learning curve at this point on the offensive side of the ball. Defense isn't much different. It's just that we have to replace 2 or 3 more guys than the offense does. So that's come pretty good. Certainly at this level in a normal spring, when you're not able to put the pads on and you have limited practices that are even more limited by the league, it's tough to kind of get a rhythm and flow because you only have so many practices. When you have a chance to do a foreign tour, you get a lot more practices. And so what we've seen is in years past, we started doing this when we first got here. And I think a lot of people probably thought we were crazy when we started doing it, but it was one of the best things I think we've done to grow the team. And I think a lot of other teams realize that now, and that's why it's caught on. We did it in 9 and followed up with one of our best, what I would probably call an overachieving season, going 3 rounds deep into the playoffs, and we had never been in the playoffs before. And then 3 years later, we did it in 12, and then we had a fantastic run to the national championship game. So it's an opportunity for us to grow our team in a manner that we don't get every single year, and the guys definitely made the most of it. It was a pretty special spring.